that ball.
Rambo Radio with your host, Jen T.
Fuck, I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, fucking Jen is a warlord.
I'm fucking coming for you!
Now I feel poo coming out of my bum. Yeah, it's a lot right now. Yeah, it's a lot.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Rambo Radio. I am your host, Jen T. Twitter and Instagram at Jen T523. Yeah! Whoo! Crazy stuff happening. Starting with last week's episode, I didn't get a chance to listen to it after it got published. But I had the worst time making it because it didn't want to save. And so for those of you who are new to this podcast, my computer is hella old. And so when you have an old computer, you need to save quite frequently to prevent crashes and loss in creativity, so on and so forth. So, I finished the podcast, felt good, jumped out of my seat, was editing, and got to hit save one time. And after that, never again. I kept hitting save and then and I was like, hey man, I just need you to save one time. You already did it before. You can just do this again. You can save. Certainly you can save. And I was like, Jesus Christ. Is it possible that you could save? But no, the computer just was like, denied. No, niet. Arrivederci, cocksucker. Not saving the show. So, at least a few of you came up and let me know that the show made it to the air, but I don't know what show y'all got. I was just curious if it's the original shit show or if it was some new steaming pile of shit. I was like, oh. So this week's episode is going to be a mystery, a question mark. And we're just going to play it by ear. Okay, moving on. So we're going to be moving lightning fast through today's show because I don't know if I'll be able to hit save or not. And I don't want to fuck around and find out. So we're just going to get right to the business, starting with some current events. This just in. As of today, I got the notice yesterday on Sunday when I should have podcast, but my ass fell asleep for 14 hours. Oasis is coming to America. Holy shit. Oasis is going all around the world. You gotta spread the word. Tell them what you have. They're coming to America. That's right. They're only doing, I want to say, maybe 10 shows in North of America. That includes Canada, United States, and Mexico, and South America. That's it. They only doing 10 shows, motherfucker. Holy shit. I was like, it's happening. And I was like, wait, I already bought tickets to Manchester. We're going to Manchester. We're doing a Rampopra World Tour. Okay, we're going to London. And I was like, fuck, wouldn't it be cool if you see Oasis 2 times in 1 year? Let's go! That's right, folks. I'm gonna try. So, I mean, by the time you hear this podcast, I think you are in the by the time you hear this podcast, it'll already be too fucking late. There was a link that they released for 24 hours that you got to sign up for on their website. And if they pick you out of this link, then you get to buy tickets early. And if you don't, then you got to try with the rest of the public. And Lord knows if it was a mess like how England was, it's going to be double, triple, quadruple shaped fuckery, okay? I mean, it was a fucking mess. I don't even know how I got tickets, but shout out to Red Rage. She got tickets. The whole shebang was fizz-upped, okay? I mean, for one date, it was like 200, it was like 500,000 people. For the big day in London, I was in line with 500,000 people. 500,000 people were in front of me digitally in line to get tickets to Oasis, okay? So I can only imagine everybody who couldn't get tickets to go see them in Europe are going to fucking try and get tickets and come here. So pandemonium is going to ensue. So I don't know how the fuck you can do this, but since you're going to miss the pre-sale link, just wake up at fucking butt crack of dawn on Friday and try and get tickets on Ticketmaster. That's the only way. But I wasn't, I was kind of entertaining the idea, but I just had a feeling in me heart. I had a feeling in me bones that they were going to do the Rose Bowl. Something told me, something super fucking massive. And I knew it wasn't going to be the shitty LA Coliseum because it's under construction and they're trying to get that shit ready for the Olympics and shit. So it's off limits, okay? So I was just like, please don't do SoFi. I fucking hate driving over there to Inglewood. If it's not the Great Western Forum, I don't want to be bothered with it. You understand? And they charge you $80 fucking to park. Fuck off. Okay? Let it be at the Rose Bowl, and I'll just park in some housing development or hitch a ride from my cousin's house. I'll camp out at my cousin's house, and then I'll walk. I'll fucking walk to Oasis, yo. Fuck. At the Rose Bowl? Holy shit, bitch. This has to happen. So I text the homegirl Red Rage. I said, look, listen. I don't want to rescind our England trip. We got to go. We got to do this. But if you are interested, I'm going to be buying 2 tickets for the LA show. And it just so happens that the LA show is not really in LA. It's in Pasadena. That's even better. That's fucking better. I think the Rose Bowl is the best stadium in LA. I'm not talking about, sound equipment or fucking jumbotrons and screens and fucking LED lights and shit. Just a classic fucking timeless stadium. You can see that shit from the freeway, man. And you can hear that shit. If you live in that neighborhood, you can fucking hear that concert. There's no fucking way you can't hear that concert. Okay? This is legendary. This is a fucking legendary show, and I have to fucking get tickets, even though I already have fucking tickets. So I'm going to try my best. And the date is going to be September 6th at the Rose Bowl. Come on. I don't really wanna know how you got it now, and I just wanna fly. Yeah, I'm a rock and roll song. Watch the story, morning glory. Wow. Oh. Holy shit. I gotta go. I gotta see these guys, man. I don't understand what this is all about. Because people are like, man, some of the homies were like, it's Oasis. They're all right. And I was just like, they're all right? How many special people change? How many lives have lived strange? Where were you while we were getting high? Come on. If that doesn't stir something up in your fucking bones, man, Jesus Christ. These guys were the Beatles of my teenage years, okay? I fucking love the Beatles. And so when these guys were coming up, they were like, oh, these guys are the next Beatles. These guys are the next Beatles. And Oasis is like, fuck that. We hate the Beatles. Even though we cut our hair like the Beatles and we kind of sound like them. But we're not the Beatles. We're fucking Oasis. Okay. And so that was just like coming up, in my teens. That was some shit to me, man. I was like, oh, this is the Beatles, but what's happening right now? Because the Beatles are cool. You feel some kind of way about it, but I feel like it hits you different if you were going through that when it was happening, when the Beatles music was coming out, when you were like there in the 60s with your little fucking outfits and your fucking bowl cut and shit, and you're fucking bopping around. So when Oasis hit, it was like we were all just like rolling into grunge, We were kind of mourning the loss of hair metal, and rap was kind of, for those of us, because listen, I was into old school hip hop. I wasn't into gangster rap right away. I didn't really get into gangster rap till like 98, 99. It took me a long ass time to even now. I'm just now getting into like the old gangster rap stuff with like Ice-T, Eazy-E, all of that stuff. Like it took me a long time to get into that because I didn't want to listen to that kind of rap based on the hip hop that I was listening to. I was listening to A Tribe Called Quest. I was listening to Brand Nubian. Like it was creative. And when gangster rap made it on the scene, it was just like, hey, yo, I fucked your bitch. I shot your mom. Ha ha. Let's go to the store and rob this fool. Bust a cap in his ass. Yeah. See you later, I fool. It's just like, it was just crazy to me. And maybe because at the time growing up, I was experiencing that because the neighborhood my grandma lived in was predominantly, my grandma's street was the neutral street. If you went on either block, you were going to get shot by opposing gangs. So I was already immersed into that culture, and I just wanted a break from it. I didn't want to hear it in the music I was listening to. I wanted to hear peace. I wanted to hear creativity. I wanted to hear people rapping about trying to make things better. Or even some of their trials and tribulations going through in their rough neighborhoods. So gangster rap really didn't sit well with me until late 90s. I really didn't get into it till then. So Oasis for me was like, I wanted some rock that wasn't Nirvana because to me, like, I loved Nirvana, but the intensity, I couldn't get behind after we play a song, we're going to smash our instruments into pieces because I was just like, yo, my grandpa told me, you get an instrument, you cherish that instrument with your life. Like, this means everything to you. And so when I would turn on Nirvana and see them smashing up everything, I was like, yo, what the fuck, man? Like, I was on board until y'all be smashing up your shit. Like, what are you guys doing? This is crazy. But I understand it now that, that was how they were expressing themselves in the moment. And so Oasis was like something opposite to that. It was like Beatles with an edgier sound, but peaceful. It was like not as rough as Nirvana. You know what I mean? It was just like a happy medium. And I like that. I like that people were just like hungover and just like fumbling around in the microphone, singing, I'm a rock and roll star, just like, yeah. What's the story, morning glory? Like, you could tell these guys had an all-nighter, and they're just walking home. It's like 6 a.m. They're leaving the pub. They're heading home. Like, they were up all night doing fucking heroin and shit, taking pills, snorting coke, just having the craziest time of their lives. And then like at 4 or 6 o'clock in the morning, they're just like, let's write some music, even though we're fucking hungover. Let's play some tunes, man. That's the vibe I got from Oasis. And so for some reason I responded to that lazy rock and roll sound. I love that. And so when the homie was like, it's not really that good. And I was just like, to to you, it's not really that good. But I was like, to me, this was everything. Like, I would listen to this for hours. And so many times that I would be going through some shit, I would get out my little Walkman and put in What's the Story, Morning Glory, you know? Like, there was just so many things that resonated with me from these songs. And so I was just like, bro, it's not even that they're the greatest band. It's the fact that I made a promise that if these guys ever got back together, I'm fucking going. I don't care where it's at. What do I gotta do? I made a fucking promise. And I'm a mannish lady of my word. So I gotta keep what I say. And so if I say I'm gonna go to the concert if Oasis gets back together, they fucking got back together. Holy shit. The planets fucking aligned, and they are doing shows in their home country, and they're coming to America. And I'm like, oh, if you're in my backyard, I'm fucking going, okay? There's no way around this. I'm fucking going to this show, okay? I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get 2 tickets to this fucking show, and I'm going. Even if the homegirl can't come, I'm going by myself. I will go with an empty seat next to me, and I will fucking sing my ass off. Because I love it. Oasis isn't even my favorite band. Obviously, some of my favorite bands, the people are dead. I can't go see Led Zeppelin. That's like my favorite band. That's just not going to happen. Robert Plant is barely alive. Jimmy Page barely alive. John Paul Jones, where the fuck is that guy? And John Bonham drank himself to death. So, my man's, I think he was drinking and then had drunk driver and fucking crashed and died. Just a whole fucking shit, man. So I was just like, that's not going to happen. So, but am I going to see things that shaped my vision of music? Hell yeah, I'm going. I've gone to plenty of concerts where I was just like, man, this music's whatever. And afterwards I was blown away. I was like, yo, this guy kicks ass, man. Holy shit. I was not expecting anything, and I was pleasantly surprised. Look, Vince Neil at the concert the other day, my man was singing Shout Out the Devil. He was like, and I was like, that's all I heard. This motherfucker is so bad. I don't know what he was saying. I don't think he knows what he was saying, but I was pleasantly entertained. I was like, this is fucking awesome. I'm happy to be here. So it's Oasis, a band that I actually fucking love, been dying to see, a pivotal part of my musical history. I'm fucking going. Okay. I've gone to, like I said, I've gone to plenty of shows. Okay. I went and saw Mr. Big, for crying out loud. Okay. They got one hit song that I can remember. Just to be the man to be with you. I went to that show and was pleasantly fucking surprised. Those guys kick ass, okay? I heard some other cool songs. I was like, damn, this is awesome. That was a pretty good concert for a one-hit wonder, okay? Who else? I saw Sebastian Bach. My man's was like, whatever fucking song he was singing, and then he just sang all new stuff. And because I had listened to everything the day before, I was like, holy shit, this is great. I didn't realize my man Sebastian Bach's still kicking ass. And then it lights are coming. And then it let go. We are the just gone wild. See, I only know like 2 fucking songs from that guy, and I went and had the best show. So can you imagine? I got like 6 or 8 albums from Oasis in my back pocket, so I'm ready, Jack. I mean, I listen to fucking In the Bushes weekly. And there's no singing on that song. Oh, man. Man, fucking In the Bushes, please. Even if you don't like Oasis, there's no singing in that one. Put that on and tell me you're not kicking ass. while listening to fucking In the Bushes. I mean, that song kicks ass, okay? It's just instrumental, but it's them just rocking out. Like I said, Oasis makes music where they're just like hungover or they're just like on pills and they're stumbling out of the pub at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, walking home, and then they got a guitar, a bass, and a drums, and they just start playing. I love it. I'm down. So anyhow, if you are interested, I think, so it's the September 6th is the Rose Bowl. And then I think first like Chicago, I thought I saw August 28th. They're doing Soldier Field. So if you're an East Coaster, I didn't see any other East Coast dates. There might have been a DC date. But after that it was like Mexico, Canada, South America. Like I'm talking 5 or 10 dates. They are not doing a whole lot of shows here. So if you want to see Oasis, you better come with me to the Rose Bowl September 6th. Let's fucking go. Some other things going on. So you know, at work, at my lovely job. You know, this young man, it was only a matter of time before he quit. Everybody tried, my guy. Everybody fucking tried. Okay? We all tried. I don't think there is a single person in that building who didn't fucking try to be friendly, to help him out, to guide him, everything. And it all started with a mistake he made, which that mistake seemed to be a running pattern, which was his just inability to be social. He lacked social skills. And so I think because he lacked social skills, he would begin to get frustrated. And this frustration would then be taken out on everyone. And I get it, man. It appears that life is not going well for you, but it is not going well for a lot of people. But we all make the most out of it, okay? We get it. The job kind of sucks, but we make the most out of it, okay? And the reason we're able to do that is because as a team, we all have each other. We recognize who the non-team players are, and we recognize who the team players are. And this individual just could not pull it together for the team. And I feel so bad because I wanted to believe. I had heard that he had ran into some issues at another location, and he was sent to our location for rehabilitation, if you will. But this particular type of rehabilitation, in my opinion, I did not agree with. Now, I get it. My work's job is not to, help you. The job is we need you to do this job because this is for our business. And if you can't do this job, then you got to fucking go. I get it. I totally understand. But every now and then, I feel like maybe sometimes we can step out of the box when we see certain individuals need just an extra hand, just an extra something. And so this individual, my God, just from the moment he got there, fuck everyone, fuck this place, fuck this job, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. No one's cool. This was this guy's attitude. And it broke my heart because I could tell that this is a facade. You cannot be a human being with a heartbeat and be like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. That just can't be your MO 24/7. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. And so there were rumors, there were Chinese whispers, if you will, about this young man's upbringing and and I don't want to divulge into his personal business because what I would be saying would be hearsay. But just from what I gathered is that his family life was not the best and he was treated very poorly. And so now that he has grown up into being a air quotes man, I use that loosely. And I hate to say that because it does sound disrespectful, but He's just not there yet. He hasn't, I don't believe he's reached the stage in his manhood where you take an obstacle, you take a negativity and you turn that lump of coal into gold, or you make a diamond out of that. People trying to give you a shit sandwich, or you got a fucking bad hand. I don't see you trying to turn that bad hand or trade in that bad hand for a couple of good cards, and maybe that would help you along the way. I just see like this victim, and it's just like, oh, fuck you. This is what happened to me. I'm the fucking victim. Nobody will help me. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh, okay, my guy. Let's start asking yourself some questions here. So what would you think what would make you think that nobody wants to help you? Because if we sat there and turned the light on this young man, we would find out that he has a terrible attitude. A terrible attitude. We know that he has an even terrible attitude towards women. And, in a world that we live in, and I mean, since the dawn of time, a lot of women don't feel safe, and are afraid of overly aggressive men. So this young man was playing into that overly aggressive man. So you weren't winning over any ladies to help you other than me, because I don't give a shit. I mean, you're not going to get overly aggressive with me. We know exactly what's going to happen to you, Jack. Oh, my days. That kid will turn into a chicken nugget so fast. So I'm not afraid, even though I heard just how far this young man went by pulling a box cutter on somebody. One of the nicest fucking guys in the company pulls a box cutter on him. So I'm like, oh shit, bitch. There's no hope for you, man. There's no hope. I mean, I tried. I'd see him, I'd say hello. I would try and chat it up with him a little bit. Even though I knew in the back of my mind, I could tell by him looking at me, and he would force himself to smile or force himself to kind of laugh. Like, even though it felt forced, I feel like he's still acknowledging, like, hey, it's okay. I can be vulnerable. Here. But this guy was just like an abused pit bull in a corner just waiting to bite somebody. And it's just like, my guy, it doesn't have to be this way. And it starts with you. It starts with you. I get it. You got the fucking shaft at my job. You were sent there to be punished. And, but my thought is, did you ever think about what you did to get you into this place and how you didn't take responsibility for that? You can't, think it's a good idea to be aggressive with female coworkers and approach them in a manner that is just not appropriate. And then you can't think it's a good idea to then spy on them on social media, and then tell them you're spying. I don't understand how this was thought to end well. You're spying on somebody that you have a problem with, and then you confront them. And so now this woman feels unsafe at work because you're virtually stalking them and you're being aggressive at work in real life. So my G, you had to go. So I just think my man's got a lot of learning to do. And unfortunately, those lessons can't be learned at my work. So I believe he quit, if I'm not mistaken. That's what I'm hearing from one of his other little coworkers in his department. But I wouldn't be surprised if he was going to get fired, because I could tell the tone of how management was speaking to him. He was on his last days. And I'm sorry, it just sucks. He just didn't figure out, hey, you know what? I can't do what I want now, but if I just hang in there, if I figure this out, I can eventually get what I want. If I just do what they asked me to do, maybe I'll get the position that I want. And this is all that it stemmed down to, was he wanted a specific position in the company, He actually had that position, but he blew it, but he wanted it back. But he didn't do himself any favors by being like, oh, well, I can't work. I can't do that position. Well, then fuck this place. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You know? And it was just like fucking the fucking misery parade, the Black Cloud Diner over there, any department. And just, you know, the final straw for me was just like, you pulling a knife out on one of the nicest guys in the company. You gotta go, man. It's just not gonna happen. You know, I get it. It work. You know, what does Blink-182 say? Work sucks. I know. I fucking get it. Unless you got the job you want or the career you want, I get it. Work sucks. Okay? I get it. Doesn't matter where you go unless it's a job you want or your business. I get it. I fucking get it. And I'm sure even running your own business, sometimes that shit gotta suck. But you gotta fucking pull it together, bro. Until you're in charge of yourself, you gotta fucking pull it together, my G. And he just couldn't do it. And that bummed me out. I was just like, fuck. But I'm not surprised. But I'm just like, you know what? This is it. This is what my guy needs. If he's quitting here, one of the easiest jobs you can fucking do, and you still had a hard time doing it, go out into the real world with your fucking shitty attitude and see what happens when you go work at a Fortune 500 company or you go work for a business that has 50 fucking stores. You try that shit and you're going to be gone so fast, your little ponytail won't stay up. Okay? Your hair going to fall off your head. They will throw your ass out. They don't play. They will throw your ass out. They do not play. The corporate world doesn't play. See, at my work, you got a little leeway. You got room. There's a long, long rope to just fuck around and find out. Okay, you got room. Okay, but you got to understand at some point, the rope going to end. So, but it usually takes a long ass time at my work. Which I'm grateful for because, look, they can fucking fire me. I'm late all the time. I'm trying not to be late, but I'm late all the fucking time. But when I do get there, I work my ass off. So there's a trade, okay? But I'm doing my damnness to show up on time because I got a car payment, y'all, and I'm broke as fuck. But damn, I was just like, you know what? Fuck this place. Fuck you, guy. Hey, give it a shot in the real world. Go on ahead and bring that shitty attitude to a real fucking job. And you're going to find out, man, if you can't work good with people, if you can't fake the funk and get your job done because you're bent out of shape, because you like some chick and she don't like you back, so you're going to fucking stalk her or you're going to fucking say disparaging things about her in the break room. Yeah, man. It's not going to end well. I have hope, but it is very little for that young man. The next thing I'm waiting for is my man's to come back with a piece. I'm just saying, he is right there on the edge. I'm on the edge of glory. He on the edge. So, and speaking of the edge, I just about had enough with this guy. I'm trying to be kind. I am trying to be kind because, you know, in jiu-jitsu, it's a whole nother hat for me because I love jiu-jitsu. I wake up every day and go, when can I jiu-jitsu? I put jiu-jitsu clothes on. I don't even get to go to practice until nighttime. Okay. I love jiu-jitsu. I want to coach. I'm starting to coach, you know, on Fridays. I'm coaching sometimes the class and things like that. And, or I'm even with other students and I'm helping them, right? And other students are asking me for help. And I cannot tell you from time and time again, this young man has asked me for help, asked me for advice. And I have been nothing but honest with him. I felt that I have helped him to the best of my abilities. But last week we had a moment and I did not like that moment. Because I've really tried. I've held my tongue. I could have said things that would embarrass this man. But I just had enough. And so last Tuesday, we were in class. And we have a guest that comes from another 10th planet. And this particular 10th planet, they don't mess around. The way these guys roll, they roll like tournament all the time, okay? Because the majority of them are professionals. They compete for money, their livelihood. So they have to roll like that, right? So one of the guests was rolling with the homie. And this particular homie, God bless him. But sometimes when things don't go his way, there's a scene. There's a lot of theatrics. And I'm blown away because this man has a beard. He has a set of balls and he has a penis. Hair on his chest, He is a man. He doesn't have titties. He don't have a vagina. But the behavior displayed. I was like, Jesus Christ. So anyway, the guest caught my man in a specific move called the arm bar. And this move happened twice, and I guess it had happened another time that they had rolled together. And my friend warned this guest, hey, be careful. I have a tournament coming up. Be careful. I feel like you're ripping this. Okay. And this person, I've rolled with him, would never do that. And I mean, he's rolled hard with me. I understand what exactly is going on. But never have I ever, in the times that we've rolled together, have I ever thought, this guy is out to hurt me. I've only been doing this for 4 years. Been in the martial arts game since 93. I can tell when someone's trying to hurt me in a sparring situation and someone who's trying to help me. Been in the game a little too long. So my homie, he has not been in the game that long. At least on the jiu-jitsu side. He's been on the wrestling side. But he should know that, especially with this individual, if you're going to roll with this guy, you are going to expect a level of intensity that is not normal for our gym. Okay? And that is because he is trying to help you get better. So he arm bars my homie. And my homie just throws a fit, throws a scene. Fuck that guy. Fuck his beard. Fuck him. He's an old man. Just fuck this place. Fuck that. I'm out of here. I'm not doing tournament. This guy ripped my elbow. Fuck that guy. Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, dog. I said, wait a minute, man. Ask yourself some questions. Let's take a time out. I know we're emotional. We're hurt. I've been there before. I can't tell you how many people have fucked up my elbow on an arm bar. Okay. But the lesson is to tap early and tap often or get out of it. Okay. If you want to run the risk, if you don't want to tap early because you're worried about your ego or something going on, then you need to figure out a way out of it, Jack. I'm sorry. But to sit there and be like, this guy, fuck this guy, he did it on purpose. I was like, what are you talking about? This is one of the nicest guys here. He is a guest. Do you think he's going to ruin his guesthood by hurting people? Coach wouldn't let him be here if that was his intent. So start asking yourself some questions about why you got caught, why you are hurt. He goes, no, that's bullshit. With all due respect, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Those sound like excuses. And I was just like, bruh, the only one making excuses here is you. You got caught. Tap early, tap often. Sounds like you didn't want to follow the first rule and tap early, tap often. So what's the next rule? Then you need to escape like a motherfucker. And we all know that you don't know how to do that. And that's not a personal thing. It's not a dig. It's because his ego won't allow him to progress from this stage in his journey. He likes to tap until it's too late. He don't like to, if he attempts to get out of it, he's doing it wrong. And that's because he doesn't want to listen to anybody to tell him the right way to get out of it. So I'm just like, dog, with all due respect, these are some excuses. Fuck that guy. Fuck this place. I'm out of here. I'm like, okay, cool. Because you've been telling every motherfucker who would listen since August that you wanted to quit. I seen the screenshots from everybody, player. So I'm like, hey, man, that's up to you. You want to quit? You want to go to another gym, the gym he's thinking about going to? You want to bring that attitude to that gym? They're going to mollywop your ass. You are not going to be able to hang. They're going to embarrass you so bad that you might quit and try to go to the other gym from that gym. And I don't even think you can hang there. I'm sorry. These are just facts. It's not to be disrespectful, but it's just the way that this guy is approaching the situation. It is to his detriment. I'm like, okay, dog, your ego is gonna let you're gonna keep doing this. Okay, you're gonna keep getting hurt. Okay, man, you don't want to tap. Okay, all right, okay, cool. Well, since you know, no use in trying to help you. Okay, so don't ask me for help. Don't ask me for fucking nothing. I said to myself, I don't even want to speak to this guy unless he apologizes. And then I thought to myself, I was like, does that apology even mean anything? No. It doesn't, because he doesn't even understand. So I was just like, fuck that. So the next day, 2 days later, because I missed the class I had to teach a private lesson. The 2 days later, he shows up to class like nothing had happened, that he wasn't even hurt, because one of the students there, he has a crush on. And so all of a sudden, he's healed because he wants to show out for this lady here. And I'm like, motherfucker, weren't you just over in the corner crying about your elbow? And now because your lady is here, you want to show out. My man's never does more than 3 or 4 rounds. He stayed the entire class and then went to dinner after with her. I'm like, okay, bitch. Looks like your elbow's healed, and I'm sure you're going to be doing tournament because she's doing tournament too. What a shocker. And so the following day after that, though, our guest had come back again. And all of a sudden, his elbow started hurting again, and he was in front of the guy rubbing his elbow like, oh, you really fucked up my elbow, man. You really did it. Trying to make him feel bad. I was just like, what happened yesterday? You did 10 rounds, my guy. We had to kick you out of here with the mop. What happened? Oh, it's still a little tender, And it's like, but conveniently that you rub your elbow in front of this guy, trying to make him feel bad, which he did feel bad for a little bit. And I said, don't feel bad, player. This is the routine. So I'm just like, man, trying to balance these dynamics. And I thought to myself, man, as a coach, which I don't know if my coach knows how to approach this, but as a coach, what I would do is I would ask him, what is your intention on being here? Are you here to learn? Because if you're really here to learn, then get to learning, man. All of the other sideshow shit, all of the fucking standing up, falling down, all of the fuck this, fuck you stuff, all of the rubbing the elbow in front of the guy trying to make him feel bad, and then all of a sudden your lady's here, you trying to show out. Sounds like you're in the jiu-jitsu for the wrong intentions. I don't know. Maybe he can't approach him because obviously this is a paying student, but I don't know. I was just like, man, as a coach, I would want people at my gym to be there because they want to be there and they want to learn. I don't want people at my gym who are just there to just be chasing the clout or just to fucking, make their ego bigger than it it already is. I want to do jiu-jitsu with people who want to do jiu-jitsu for the right reasons. That's my take. I don't know. Maybe that's going to cost me money down the road where I might have a smaller school, but fuck, at least I know my students would be dedicated. I don't want to have a gym with people who aren't willing to be dedicated. That's just, and I'm not saying you got to do tournament every fucking day. I'm not saying you got to let them snap your arm off. I'm saying that you're showing up. There's no distractions. You're not half-assing it. You're not doing 2 or 3 rounds and then peacing out when you know you can do more. You're not lying in the corner, shaking. It's just a whole story. And what gets me is that I don't think any, people really understand that all of this energy that this individual is doing is taken away from the class. It's taken away from other people, the time. It takes away their time. I don't think this is realized. I see this and I try to nip this in the bud right away. And I'm like, hey, what are you doing, man? You trying to roll or you just fucking around? Oh, man. It's just the excuses. No more. No mas. We're done with it. So now I'm just like, hey, brother, I've done everything I could that I feel like I can do for you. I no longer have the energy to be a part of the circus. I'm done. I'm leaving. Ringling Brothers is closed. You want to continue the antics and the drama? Go ahead. Do you. I'm there to do jiu-jitsu because I love it and I want to learn. That's it. I don't want no drama. I'm not there fucking, I gotta throw up. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm solid. I tap when I can't take it. And I can't tell you how many times I show up in pain there. We all are in pain. I show up because I love it. Unless I cannot get out of bed, unless I cannot drive to the gym, I'm going, man. If I'm sick, I'm in the sauna, constantly because I want to make sure that I feel good. If I start to feel sick, I'll go sit in the sauna because I want to make sure that I don't miss class. I hate missing class because I know I'm missing things. And I don't want to miss. I want to make sure I catch every little tidbit because I want to be the best jiu-jitsu player that I can be to myself. It's not about tournaments, it's not about medals, it's not about belts for me. It's the experience. That's why I'm there. And, when I have my gym Sunday or some of the students that I have, I hope to God you ain't listening to this podcast. But it's about the experience and the journey. And I think that should be enjoyed. Leave your ego at home with your mama. We ain't got time for that. Let's get down to the business, man. I just want to surround myself with people who want to have fun, who want to get right down to business. No ego, no excuses. Your ego is not your amigo, man. So, it seems like my homie is going to quit. I mean, it's not official, but it just seems like he's trying to drop little hints to my coach like, oh, so what are you going to do if I'm not doing this? Or what are you going to do if I'm not there? It's like, dog, we were doing things before you. We would be doing things after you. We would love for you to stay and do things with us. But if you can't, it's been fun. Arrivederci. Let's see what else I got. I watched the Netflix show The Perfect Couple with Liev Schreiber and Nicole Kidman. Jesus Christ. I had to watch that show 6 fucking times. Okay? 6 fucking times. I should have that shit memorized. I was so pissed. The reason why I have to watch that show so many times, because there were too many famous people in it. I didn't know who was the bad, who was the good. Too many characters. Too many. I was like, what the fuck is going on, man? I can't handle this. I can't hang. I was going insane. I was like, holy shit, what the fuck's happening? But it was a good story, good murder mystery show. I highly recommend. But if you do watch it, let me know. What the hell? Is there too many characters? Am I right? Am I going crazy? What is this? I watched Mr. McMahon. You gotta watch this documentary. I mean, It will blow your mind. Okay, it's on Netflix, Mr. McMahon. And basically, this was filmed right before all of the charges of fucking bribery and sexual assault and the fucking poop on her head while she had to give him a blowjob. I mean, the whole shebang. But even during this documentary, you can tell my man Vince thought he was going to get away with it. He literally thought, hey, I fucked a bunch of girls. I stopped paying them. I was bribing them for their job, and I just stopped paying them. I think I'm all right. You can tell by my man's face. He's like, I think I'm all right. And then somebody said, hold my beer. The problem with bribes is if you make a deal that you're going to bribe somebody, and then you just stop paying them, well, then the deal is no longer valid, and they're going to take your ass to court. Fucking crazy, right? Revolutionary thought. Jesus Christ. I mean, some of the stories were touching because, they went through the history of WWE, which I've seen before, but they went into some other different things and they got some new interviews from different people. And man, Vince does not sound well. His lips are blue. His voice is all fucked up when he does like this. Shawn Michaels' voice is fucked up. He's like, yeah, so when I hit Bret Hitman Hart with a sharpshooter. Like, his voice is fucking trashed. Triple H don't have no hair from all the steroids, allegedly. Yeah, just crazy ass stuff. The fucking, just the steroids, the pills, the pain pills, the sexual escapades, the fucking, oh man, the deaths. So many people died. So many people died that worked for Vince. It's crazy. And, just a lot of the things, and from what I gather, I have one more episode to watch left. But from what I gather, Vince literally gave up everything for wrestling. He sacrificed his relationship with his wife, his kids, everything, all for wrestling. And it paid off, but then become so egotistical that you end up sexually harassing women, multiple women allegedly, and just even doing vile stuff. The whole Blumkin thing. Oof, man. You risked it all for the biscuit and you fucking smashed the biscuit, man. What the hell? What the hell, Vince? You had it. He had everything. This guy had everything. All the money. All the fame. He had everything. And it still wasn't enough. He still fucked it up. It blows my mind, because there's just all these stories that I see so many times, time and time again. You can get the money. But if you are not right within yourself, then the money don't matter. You're gonna fucking lose it all. You're gonna lose it all. And most importantly, we can't take it with us when we die. So, might as well have a little fun, but be responsible. Let's see what else is going on. Brett Favre is currently on trial for mismanagement of welfare funds. He was a part of some sort of welfare scam. But what gets me is he is claiming he entertained this welfare scam because he's got Parkinson's disease and he needed money for treatment. I'm like, bruh, come on, man. Come on. This has got to be the ultimate defense. Like, help, I engaged in fraud because I needed the money for my Parkinson's medicine. Like, what? Come on, player. Even if that's true, that has got to be the saddest shit, man. The saddest shit. I got to come up with a scam to get my fucking prescription filled. Oh, shit. Oh man, but it's fucking sad. I mean, I don't know what stage development Brett is in, but he does indeed have Parkinson's because of the 20 plus years of concussions he's sustained in the NFL. If that is not a green a sign to switch over to rugby, I don't know what is. Let me give you some UFC picks and then get the fuck up out of here. All right, UFC pay-per-view this weekend. Alex Pereira versus Khalil Roundtree. I don't know who the fuck's going to win that fight. I don't want to pick, but I did make a pick, but I don't like it. But I will tell you my picks right now. I have Tim Means, Ryan Spann, Tasha Pennington, Austin Hubbard, Cesar Almeida, Asmin Lucindo, Stephen Thompson, Roman Dolidze, Kayla Harrison, Mario Bautista, Raquel Pennington, and out of the two between Alex Pereira and Khalil Roundtree, I just went with Alex. I just don't see how Khalil can withstand those kicks from Alex. Maybe if he dodges him, maybe if he takes him to the ground, I don't know, but I would wish that Khalil Roundtree would win just to shock the world, you know? But holy shit, man. He is facing a wall greater than the wall in China. I mean, my man's has got a fucking giant pyramid in front of him, okay? This is like the boss stage of bosses right here, Alex Pereira. I just don't know how you beat this guy. Maybe if he gets a clean shot in, I don't know. But good luck to both fighters. I'm rooting for both of them. Fuck it. I can't make a pick, but I am leaning towards Alex Pereira because he is the champ. So, all right, that's going to do it for me, folks. Those are my motherfucking UFC picks. Bet with me, bet against me. Who cares? Let's watch some fucking fights. Yeah. All right, folks. I will talk to y'all next week. But until then, www.rambleparadio.com. What else was I going to tell you before I have a fucking stroke here? Yes, I hope that you have an awesome week. Stay safe, and I will talk to you peeps later. Much love, but until next time, this is Ramble for Radio. I'm out. Peace.
You have mental problem, you have you need attention, you need something.